It is probably the wildest St. Patrick's Day celebration in the country. It is in Savannah. We sent our youth group there over the weekend for the St. Patty's Shenanigans Showdown.
St. Patrick's Day, we'll have a drink, come down our way and talk about the land that we hold dear.
Where's me pot of gold?
All right, so this was Messy Mikey's very first time down in Savannah. What'd you think of it?
I don't know. I can't remember that one. No, it's fantastic. I like it down there.
Do you?
Yeah, it's good.
It is wall to wall. Like if you like it loud and you like it shoulder to shoulder, especially River Street there, man, it's a wild couple days.
Yeah, no, that's party time down there. And good people. I didn't meet a mean person yet.
All right, so we sent them down to Savannah, but we needed to make it a little interesting, a little competitive here. There's $1,000 on the line right now for the winner of our Shenanigans Showdown. But the loser here, man, the loser has to paint themselves green all week long. Every meeting, every dinner, everywhere you out in public, green, green, green all week.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go check throughout the entire morning because it was very obvious for anybody who followed any of you on Instagram that shenanigans were had. Times 10. So each shenanigan we gave you was worth 100 points. By the end of the show, we will know how many points all of you all accrued, who will be getting $1,000 and who will be painted green. So I'm going to go down the list of shenanigans throughout the morning. But, you know, to make it fun, because today is St. Patrick's Day. Somebody got the memo. Rebecca.
Gotta tell you, I had completely forgot. Not a little bit of green on me, nowhere.
The only reason why I remember is now because I have a 4-year-old and I got him a St. Patty's Day shirt to wear to school and I laid it out yesterday, so I remembered. All right, so I'm going to go through some lists of shenanigans. And when I give the shenanigan, if you did said shenanigan, if you want to claim your 100 points, you have to say in an Irish accent, "Where's my pot of gold?"
All right, and these are all worth 100 points each.
100 points each. So, the first shenanigan. Did anybody do an hour's worth of time with a tip jar busking?
Where's me pot of gold?
Every single one of them did.
Okay.
All right, so details. How'd you make the cash? And what'd you do?
So this was kind of a collaborative effort. We all parked our butts on River Street and we held up a sign saying, write a secret, read a secret. And we had strangers come up and share their secrets on little pieces of paper and pen, which they were very excited to do, I think. It was actually really surprising. As soon as I held up that poster, people were running to tell us their secrets.
It's really a great idea.
And Mikey did caricatures.
Yeah, as people were writing down their secrets, I'd sit there with a pen and paper and draw a caricature until Jackson was like, "This is way too offensive. You can't keep handing these out."
Yeah, they started to look like political cartoons towards the end of it, and I was like, "You got to relax. You cannot give that one to her." And it was a very collaborative effort among all of us. Katie acted as the table because we were only about 40% prepared, so people were just writing basically on her back as they were writing down their secrets. It was a good time, though. People were very kind and very nice to us.
And there was no money involved in it? It was just
So Mikey bought a giant jar of cheese balls that he dumped out all over the table and then cleaned it out, and that was our tip jar.
Somehow nobody was tipping me for my caricatures.
Imagine. Yeah, it's offensive.
All right, so
Sorry about that.
Katie, Rebecca, Amber, Jackson, Mikey, all on the board with 100 points.
All a little bit closer to $1,000. Very well done.
All right, your next shenanigan. Again, if you did said shenanigan, you must yell, "Where's my pot of gold?" Did any of you get up on the stage at the strip club that Amber used to work at?
Where's me pot of gold?
Rebecca and Katie.
Katie and Rebecca.
Amber, you didn't want to feel the glory days?
I have a reason for later. You'll find out why.
Okay.
All right, do tell.
So I think the strip club that Amber worked at was shut down, but we went to one of the same caliber.
Okay, cool.
That's all. If it's of the same caliber of a club that got shut down, you're saying that it's about to get shut down.
It was interesting. It had some lovely girls. It was Mikey's first time at a strip club.
No way.
Yeah. I've never been to a strip club, and I'm not sure I knew how to conduct myself completely. I was just standing against the bar trying to keep my hand by my side. And whenever I tipped my first stripper, this is what happened.
Okay, Mikey, what did you say when you tipped the stripper?
I don't know if you're supposed to talk, so I gave her $2. I said, here you go, bam, bam. And I'm a little embarrassed about it.
Bam, bam. Strong $2. He go two of them things, baby.
So every time you threw out a one, you went bam?
I did. It feels like you have to say something. I didn't know how to do it.
No.
Bam, bam.
Bam. Made your day, didn't I?
Man, you get some of those strippers in those clubs, man. It's like a semi-automatic going off there.
Yeah, it could have been ugly for you.
Go get you a Diet Coke, baby.
And so am me. Big Mikey.
To give him one of these things, and a little, yeah,
Finger guns.
yeah.
Meanwhile, Mikey, the one thing he kept saying the whole time was like, Katie, you're so cool about this, because I was able to kind of tip the women on the side. They had like several stages. And one woman, as I was doing a little tip, was like, you know what, girl, let me bring you on stage for a quick little dance.
Come on.
So she brought me on stage for a quick dance, but the bouncers were really strict. So it was like, get down. So I didn't last long up there.
But you got up there.
But I got up there. And along the way, we lost Amber.
Breaking news, I think we lost Amber to the undisclosed room that you're not supposed to go in when you come to a club of this. You know what I'm trying to say.
They now have her working in the construction site in the back.
All I can say is that we don't know where she went, and we need to find her.
Okay, well, this club was in like an industrial park, like with like a bunch of machinery. It was like an oil refinery. I don't know what it was, but
I was about to say, you are they educated you on the champagne room, right?
I can't think of a sexier setting than what you're describing.
All right, so I may have disappeared to the back room, and honestly, I don't remember some of this, but I did get a couple of adult dances privately.
Amber, you didn't get on the stage with a stripper, but somehow you got a stripper's number tonight?
Yes. But listen, in my defense, it's not that hard.
All right, you heard it here first, folks. In Savannah, it's not that hard to get a stripper's number. It's still the first night in Savannah.
I was really confident, so I was really lit.
Feeling yourself.
Really
Okay.
feeling myself.
Yeah.
So here's the story of how I got on stage, because I never expected this to happen. I had a favorite dancer. She was very gorgeous to me, very beautiful to me.
Do we remember her name?
Oh, I didn't ask her name, and it's my biggest regret ever, because I'm going back.
Chances
I'm going
are pretty
back to
good it
find
was
her.
Desiree.
She's like diamond in my head. So I went up to the stage and I started tipping her, and she sat down on the edge and she said, have you gotten your St. Patrick's Day spanking yet? And I said, no, but I love one. So she had me prop up on the stage and get my St. Patrick's Day spanking.
Hey,
Well done.
you almost get extra points for that.
Well done.
So I picked a dancer who was my favorite. She was quite beautiful. She was very sweet, and she gave me a St. Patrick's Day spanking on the stage, which was kind of her. Oh, wait, sorry, Mikey has something to say.
this lady's face looked exactly like Cassie. Exactly.
No.
And to me, that means Rebecca has a thing for authority, and Cassie is her boss. And literally, Cassie is Rebecca's dream now. I'm not kidding. She looked identical.
So many questions. How much alcohol were you into the weekend, Mikey, at that point? Because that didn't sound like your voice.
I'd had a couple of beers.
Listen, he thought a construction zone was out back at a strip club. I'm not trusting him. I did see an Instagram story, though, that said the youth group will never be the same. And now I think Rebecca and my working relationship will never be the same.
She just had red hair.
Oh,
No, that's not true. The facial structure was the exact same.
She definitely gave Cassie vibes.
I'm flattered.
I tried to record it, but they almost kicked me out because you're not supposed to film in there. So
Well, yeah.
I got in trouble. But by the end of the night, we had a clear drunkest person ever, and it was Amber.
Oh God, I feel like absolute. Oh, I got too drunk. I gave strippers all my money. I threw up orange juice, and the only thing I can tell you is this is Amber. This bathroom floor is my best friend that is so cold. Did you know you can sweat when you vomit?
I'm guessing you
vomit.
I'm guessing you have some kind of PTSD or something, and you're just trying to numb it.
Fam, I don't remember half that night. I don't know. I don't remember making that.
That's how you're supposed to sound after a night like that. Don't worry about it.
All right. So after these first two, what are we calling them?
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. The current score is Rebecca, 200. Katie, 200. Mikey, 100. Jackson, 100. And Amber, 100. Everybody's on the board.
Okay, so there's still plenty of time. Plenty of time. Okay. So when we come back to you guys next hour, then we will have the next set of shenanigans, find out who got the most points and see who's closer to $1,000 and who's closer to painting themselves green all week long. Correct?
Correct.
Okay.
So you guys all went to Savannah. Y'all stayed in an Airbnb together. Your Insta stories were quite entertaining to watch.
How much of a security code did we, or security deposit did we put down on that thing, and how much do I owe?
There's a green towel over there, so maybe $10. Okay.
I can deal with that.
You can handle one green towel?
Yeah.
All right. So for 100 points, did anybody in the youth group go streaking?
Where's me pot of gold?
Mikey and Rebecca.
Together?
We did it together.
Right there next to each other.
Did you really?
So my idea was we were going to go to the strip club, then we were going to go to Tybee, and we were just going to strip on the beach and run into the water. That's not what we did. What we did was even worse. Mikey, it was your idea.
Yeah, well, Tybee Island was 30 minutes away. We had a lot of beers. I didn't want to sit in a car for that long, so we decided, hey, there's a street right outside of our Airbnb.
What?
So,
was it like in a little residential area?
Let me tell you something. I was in Savannah for college for 4 years. We were on Abercorn, and if you know anything about Abercorn, that is the main street when you're coming into Savannah.
I know exactly what it is.
Yeah, we
Okay.
ran across, we basically did a big square around the block.
You ran the entire block?
Yes.
Oh my God.
we didn't have to do that? I thought that's what we had to do.
Wait, we're gonna let this one cook for a second.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are in the Airbnb, and you say to yourselves, "Okay, look, we're not going to Tybee, so let's just go out in front of the house."
Yeah.
And then clothes start coming off.
We had Amber posted on a corner, so we stripped at that corner to watch. Katie has a camera on the stoop because we run the square and then right into the Airbnb. I have the video. I will be posting it on the Bert Show.
Whoa.
God.
Yeah.
So I must know before you guys, so you're all in the Airbnb, the discussion of streaking comes up. How fast did everybody else drop off that they weren't going to join? Like, how did it get decided that it was going to be you two? And how did Amber, Jackson, and Katie decide, like, nah, dog, I'm not doing that?
The second that I heard that it was going to happen around the street that we were on, I was like, there's absolutely no way. There's cars driving down the street like at all hours. And I was like, no chance.
What time are we talking about at night?
Oh, yeah, it was only 10 o'clock.
I thought you were going to say 3:30 in the morning when there's no cars out at all.
So right after we got done, I did a quick recap. I'm not sure I explained it great. You don't understand what just happened with that naked streaking thing. Is that so? This is one road. This is where the biker was coming down. This is another road. This is where I'm running naked. And so as I'm reaching this, he's reaching this. We meet at that corner at the exact same time. Me, stuff in hand, and him biking. And he was wearing a helmet, but I saw his helmet look directly at me. And I don't know, I felt no shame for some reason.
Yeah, not the best explanation, but I was trying to say that right as we reached the corner, we met up with a biker who rode right alongside us.
Well done.
Well done. Also, can I just say, pretty freeing experience. I had a good time. I liked it.
It was fun.
And I just want to remind everybody, Rebecca did that stone cold sober.
Sober as a judge.
10 o'clock at night. Okay, so 100 points for the two of you guys.
All right, so that means Rebecca now takes the lead with 300. Katie and Mikey are tied at 200. Jackson and Amber at 100. All right, your next shenanigan. This was a saucy one. Did anybody from the youth group make out with another member of the youth group?
Where's me pot of gold?
Hey, yo! What more surprise than that we are the street?
Mikey naked's one thing, yeah, but Jackson and Rebecca make it out.
All right, who is bringing the tea?
So, obviously, before people come down on me, yes, I do have a loving girlfriend at home. Yes, I got permission to do this. She was very okay with the whole weekend. And, we kind of were thinking about this ahead of time, and we're like, there's no way that this is going to happen with anyone. And then I think it was on Saturday, we were all talking, and I was like, just throwing this out there, by the way.
Of course it was your idea.
I did get the green light to make out with one of you.
Don't know if you're into it or not, but
at first I wanted it to be with Mikey because I thought that would have been the funniest thing ever, but his girlfriend said no.
I love this warning. So if the idea comes up and it's in the back of anybody's mind,
these lips are available.
Yeah, 100 points, sure 100 points right here. Okay.
He mentioned it at like lunch at like 3 p.m. and I was like, oh, well, who are you going to make out with? And then everyone was like, you girl. And I was like, oh, I guess that kind of makes sense. And then we never brought it up again until like 1 a.m. Suddenly, Jackson sitting in front of me, he takes a huge swig of bourbon and is like, Rebecca, come here. Come on,
yes. It's like, come on, man, get it.
And we got our very honest initial reactions right after it happened.
How was it, Rebecca?
It tasted like alcohol, so I may have just relapsed in this moment, but it was a lovely, gentle kiss. He's a very gentle kisser, even though my mouth now stings of alcohol and the mustache was a little bristly. Honestly, I might be starting to get tipsy from the amount of alcohol that was in his mouth as we kissed.
Rate it 1 to 10.
You know what? That was a good 7.5.
Whoa.
Wow. Too average. All right, Jackson, you just made out with Rebecca. How was it? We've all wondered.
I did. Oh my God, my girlfriend's going to kill me. Just kidding. This was consensual. This was all consensual. This was a pre-planned thing. It is A-okay. It was good. It was good. Rebecca has that new tongue smell. I give it a 7.4.
I, for one, believe in love once again.
Okay, you're Rebecca, for those that don't know, why is that such a funny joke?
Yes, I have a new bionic tongue. I battled tongue cancer, so part of my tongue is a skin graft from my arm. So yeah, it was fun breathing it out for like a test ride.
That's hilarious.
I can't with all of you.
We are more surprised by that. And that was 3 hours after streaking.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, so the current standings in our St. Patty's Shenanigans Showdown. At 100 points, we have Amber. At 200 points, we have a three-way tie, Mikey, Katie, and Jackson. And sitting pretty at number 1 with her streaking and making out. Give it up for Rebecca.
Okay.
100 points.
Okay. Plenty of rounds left. Yeah. Plenty of rounds left.
So this hour, the shenanigan I would like to ask you about. For 100 points, and remember, you have to yell, "Where's my pot of gold?" if you got the 100 points. Did any of our youth group get a tattoo or a piercing?
Where's me pot of gold?
Oh my God.
Three.
Wow.
We got Rebecca, we got Jackson, and we got Mikey. Oh, Mikey, did you finally get that belly button piercing you've always wanted?
Yeah, I love it.
All right, who wants to start here?
So I got the piercing. Shout out Planet 3 in Savannah. I've gotten a couple piercings from that. I got my tragus pierced, which is like that thick piece of cartilage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, right there. That hurt a lot worse than I thought it would. Like, I thought the ear would just be like totally fine. That was like an 8.5 on scale of pain.
Dang, really?
Yeah,
I've heard that about those.
It was really painful, but I like it a lot, so that's cool.
Okay, one down.
And I wasn't drunk, but I had my prescription Klonopin. So
Mikey and I opted to take the tattoo route. A little bit more permanent.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Really?
Like,
yeah,
not,
we got tattoos.
You're not messing with us.
We're not messing.
We for real got tattoos.
Wow.
Did you really?
Yeah, we actually did.
Come on!
Dead ass?
Dead ass.
You want to see?
Yeah.
Let's see him.
Yes, let's
Are
see.
you
I got to
kidding?
drop trowel.
Wait, why are you dropping? Whoa, Mikey.
So there is second skin that's on them. So the ink, and they were bleeding a little bit, has bled out. So you can't even really see the design on them. It just looks like a black blob right now. But once those come off, it'll obviously look
So for
better.
those that don't know what a second skin is, you're supposed to put that over a fresh tattoo so it doesn't get infected. But it won't, the colors won't show as bright.
And let's just clarify, first tattoo for both of you?
Yep. First tattoo.
This is crazy.
Well, yeah, let's see what we got. What are we working with, gentlemen?
Oh, okay.
All right, so Jackson's is on his right hip, and
Mikey's is on his left thigh, his upper
left
thigh
thigh. Okay,
of his
so-
left leg.
So I've never seen a second skin like that. It's completely dark. You can't see through
Mine
it.
was full of blood, and I don't know if I'm doing this right or anything, but I'm rolling with it. I'm doing instructions.
Okay, so do you want to? How are you going to tell us what you got?
I got Waylon Jennings logo.
He's old school
so
country, man. Seriously.
And
The Flying W.
and I was originally going to go in there and get a smiley face, and then I opted to get a little outline of a rat.
Bro, what?
Why?
Actually, a rat. Okay,
It's a
hear me out.
spirit animal.
All right. Technically, yes. Technically, yes, my spirit animal, because I was born in the year of the rat. And
Were
then,
you?
Yeah, I really was.
Okay.
And then also, my girlfriend has two very detailed, intricate rat tattoos on her knees. And so I was like, this is a good solidarity play for my first one.
All right, speaking of which, you both are in very, very committed relationships. Was this something you did without the girlfriend consent, or did you call and let them know, hey, I'm getting a tattoo?
She knew, but now that I'm back, she doesn't like it. So that's not good.
That is not.
That is not good, man.
I don't know. Y'all are both in your 20s. I remember when I was in my 20s, I didn't care about my boyfriend. What did your parents have to say?
Oh, especially
boy.
your mom, Jackson.
Do they know?
We will get to that in a second.
Okay.
But yes, I did give my girlfriend a heads up. She's the one that actually convinced me to get the rat in the first place, because I was looking at it. I was like, I'm kind of between these two. And she was like, get the rat. So I opted for the rat.
And how did you choose placement?
Honestly, it was just kind of a spur of the moment thing. I was like, this is kind of hidden. Let's just do it there.
Were you guys pretty buzzed when you walk in there?
No,
Okay.
you weren't allowed to be.
Yeah,
I had
I was
one
gonna
mimosa,
say.
but they didn't catch me.
A rebel, he is.
Before he got his Waylon Jennings tattoo.
He's a man's man.
You're fun, Mikey.
Not a shot of Jack that you would expect from a Waylon Jennings
No
tattoo.
Tennessee whiskey
No.
here. Give me that Prosecco with a dash of OJ, baby.
Well, we got some audio of me sitting in the chair.
Oh,
Hey, I'm Mikey. I'm about to get a tattoo. I'm scared, but if I show it, I think everyone's going to make fun of me. So I'm just going to hold it all in. All right, I'm in the chair. We're about halfway through. Every time he touches that needle to me, I want to get violent. Ow! Oh, boy, it doesn't feel good. They're not dramatic. This sucks.
This is gonna hurt me a lot more than it's gonna hurt you.
What's your tattoo art?
See, the problem is,
He sounds like a leprechaun.
You've never got a tattoo before. It hurts. It hurts bad. But these guys have tattoos like on their skulls and like it, so you can't express any pain. So my guy was calling me a baby the whole time.
A newborn whale is the size of a Volkswagen Beetle, making it the second biggest baby in the world.
Shut up, man.
Not the first time he's used that line.
He's got that one in his back pocket at all times.
Sure.
Okay. So now it was time to show my mom. I didn't tell her, and
Oh, so you FaceTimed your mother.
FaceTimed my mom. Hi. Do you want to see what I did? Yeah, I'm good. Do you want to see? Okay. I did something.
What is that, Mikey?
A tattoo?
A tattoo?
Yeah.
That looks awful.
That looks awful. No.
And then it was Judgment Day for me.
Oh, boy.
I had to call my mother.
Okay.
I gave her a little bit of a heads up. I was like, I'll probably get a tiny smiley face somewhere on me. And she was already not happy about it. And then I FaceTimed her, and this is what she said.
Oh, hi.
I made it to Savannah.
Hi. Hi, Rebecca.
Hello.
How's it going? Oh, my... Why?
You're the rat.
Jackson, why didn't you get a smiley face like you promised me?
I was swindled into getting a rat when I got there.
No.
I was looking at the book, and I was like, oh, this is pretty funny, and this is cool. So I was like, let's do it.
And that's bigger than I expected.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Jackson.
It's okay.
Oh, my God. What about other people?
Mikey got he got his favorite artist's logo. It's bleeding, but that's what it looks like.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
So we got a that's awful. Why and a yikes.
Yeah, I went home yesterday and she would not even look at me.
She's really anti-tattoos.
Yeah, she was not like
She's anti-Jackson.
Do we have any tattoo regrets right now? Are we still very happy with our decision?
I love it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think I look cool.
Very few people only have one tattoo. This is usually the gateway for like a second and a third.
That's for sure.
Hey, Amber?
I have a regret. I was entirely too drunk to join because I was going to get a tattoo, but I was passed out on the couch for like 6 hours.
Probably best.
There was no getting her up.
All right, so we've got one more hour to go. So as this stands right now, what do we got?
All right, Amber, still sitting at 100. You got some room to make up. Katie, 200. Jackson and Mikey are tied with 300. But Rebecca, she's pulling out there with 500
Okay.
points. But
Joe.
here's the thing. There are still 5 more shenanigans. There's still 500 points up for grabs.
And a game over instant winner.
Yes, if somebody got arrested that we are not we don't know about, then that is the automatic winner. So there's still room for maneuvering here in this St. Patty's Shenanigan Showdown.
So we're going to check in one more time or 2 more times?
One more time.
One more time and find out who gets $1,000 and who has to get painted green for the rest of the week.
Just so we can kind of get an idea of what's to come, I had everybody do a green makeup swatch on their right arm. So this is potentially what our crew could be looking like for the rest of the week.
Okay, the green,
It's quite green.
It is,
Yeah.
It's green.
And just to get, again, let me ask the same question I asked last week. When you're looking at your calendar this week, what are the things you're going to have to show up to with green paint all over your body if you lose?
I've got a very important retirement party to go to for my uncle this week, and I'd rather not be green for that.
Sure.
I work in an office and I'm going to the zoo later.
Okay. Rebecca?
I actually have family therapy with my mother coming.
Perfect. This is perfect. Amber?
I have a dentist appointment, but also I got a match on Hinge, so I don't know.
I'm going to put that one on for a week.
Yes, bad timing.
Katie?
Just a few meetings.
Just a few meetings. Okay.
Right.
So if you're just now catching up, this is our Bert Show Youth group. We sent them to St. Patrick's weekend in Savannah, which is widely known as one of the wildest weekends for St. Patrick's Day in the country, right? I mean, it's wall to wall with people. There's alcohol. It's exactly what you would want from a St. Patrick's Day weekend, right? So we gave them a whole bunch of different things to do over the weekend, and we assigned 100 points for each one of these shenanigans. And whoever got the most shenanigans, the most points, ends up with the $1,000. Whoever had the least amount of points, that's the person that's going to have to paint themselves green.
That is correct. So right now, our standings. Yes, Jackson, before I break down the standings.
I was going to say, before we get into a recap and the final shenanigans, we wanted to share just a couple extra little audio clips that I think more or less encapsulate the weekend on the whole. And I want to just bring us back to Saturday very late at night. We had only a few more beers to kill. And so Mikey decides to convince us all to shotgun a beer. And, myself, Amber, and Mikey. And this is what happened.
You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
We're gonna cheers and then go. Okay. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, the sweet sound of shotgunning beers.
Who went down? I'm guessing that's Amber.
That was foam. That was foam. I didn't.
Wow.
The foam got stuck in my throat. I couldn't swallow all of it.
You threw up.
Wow, damn, Amber.
But also,
sorry, no points for that.
Amber wasn't the only one who went down this weekend. Yeah, no, Katie, just be sure to take care of yourself, and you owe me one pair of underwear.
At the house, that's clear.
It was a G-string.
What?
Wait,
Let
what?
me explain what that means.
Please.
So we're in an Uber to go get Rebecca Spearson, and Katie went a little hard in the previous 15 minutes, and she ended up throwing up all over the Uber.
Oh my God.
Inside the car?
No. I rolled down the window and I just lifted out my head and just let it rip.
Like a dog sticking their head out the window?
Yep, I
but you
sure
vomited?
did. As the car was moving.
So
that means dude has to clean the back of the
we're
car.
all trying to be chill about it and find napkins. Nobody had napkins, so I have this little trick I learned when I was a young man, and it's where you can slip your underwear off without taking your shorts off.
What?
Yeah, I'm good at it. I'll show you one day. So whenever we get out of the Uber, I just start wiping down the car with my underwear. Ruined them. Had to throw them in a dumpster.
I kept trying to distract the Uber driver. I would point out random stuff so he would not look in the back seat.
Oh, he didn't notice the whole time?
No, because I looked him in the eye in the mirror and he never once looked in the back. Katie was so nonchalant. She just looked to the right and then it was all out.
I'm just curious, who ordered that Uber?
Me.
Okay, you might want to check your rating today.
Oh, I've been waiting.
Okay.
All right, do you have another audio of sending Katie Howard? That was it.
That's it.
We're good with everybody.
Okay, here we go.
All right, so let's recap here. Amber, 100 points. Katie, 200 points. Shocker, the two vomiters are in last place. Then we have Mikey and Jackson tied at second with 300, but still far ahead is Rebecca with 500 points.
So as it stands now,
Yes.
Rebecca is getting $1,000, and Amber here is painting herself green, unless things change.
But we still got 5 shenanigans left. So the first one I have is, and remember, you have to say in your little Irish accent, "Where's me pot of gold?" if this applies to you. Did anybody from the youth group hook up with a stranger?
Okay, prudes.
So Jackson and Rebecca, you guys will swap spit, but you won't swap spit with a stranger.
That's where I draw the line at Rebecca.
So they got 100 points earlier because they made out with each other. Okay?
Correct.
All right.
Correct. All right. The next shenanigan worth 100 points. Did anybody get up on an artist stage and make an announcement? Nobody.
I thought that would be the easy
There's
one.
no stages. You guys always think there's just stages. There's not.
Okay. All right.
No stages. All
Okay.
right. All right. Now, this was game over if anybody got arrested. We can end this puppy right here, right now. If anybody from the youth group got arrested, you automatically win the $1,000. So, did anybody from the youth group get arrested? We had streaking. We had public intoxication. Nobody got arrested.
Wow, okay. Good to choose.
All right, here we go.
That's bad for Amber. If I were you, I would have somehow, some way figured out how to get arrested.
But we still have 2 more shenanigans. So it's not definitive who's in last place yet. Remember, you got to yell, "Where's my pot of gold?" Did anybody jump into a green or non-green fountain?
Where's my pot of gold? Everybody. Was it a group effort?
Oh, yeah. And we actually have some audio proof of that. But here's the thing. We had to be as quiet as we could because we were like in a residential area. So we have proof of the splashing. So deep. So deep. All right. So everybody's doing their thing. But we also had a nice little debriefing after the fountain.
Okay, we're trying to stay incognito because there's a couple of guys in golf carts that may be security, but we all just jumped. Probably security, but we all just jumped in the green fountain in a historic square, and it was way deeper than I thought it was going to be, so I almost fell all the way in.
I have a staph infection.
Me and Jackson just went back for seconds. Both of us got our tattoos wet and really are inept for infection. Is that the word?
Oh, you idiot.
You're not supposed to
do that.
No wonder your tattoos look like black blobs. It's not the second skin. It's
For
a
those
staph
of you,
infection.
yeah. So for those of you that have never received a tattoo before, they cover it up for a reason. Yeah, but you're supposed to keep it out of water for at least 2 weeks. You're not supposed to submerge it in water because it can really jack it up, and it's an open wound.
Yeah, those points were real important for us.
Oh no! All
right, so-
I'm more concerned about the fading of your tattoo than I am your staph infection.
All right, so let's go ahead and do it. Call it as it is, because right now with the fountain, Rebecca has 600 points. Nobody's catching her. She just won $1,000.
This is for sober people everywhere. You can still be a freak on the weekend.
Congratulations, $1,000.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I did do a TikTok with a cop.
Okay.
Well, we're almost there.
sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Sorry, spoiler alert.
But Mikey and Jackson have 400, and they are in the clear of being painted green. All right. So we have it down to Katie and Amber. It all comes down to Katie and Amber and who is going to get painted green. So the last shenanigan for 100 points, TikTok with a cop. Who, if anybody, did a TikTok with a cop?
Where's my pot of gold?
Give it to Rebecca. That means Amber's getting painted green.
To your dentist appointment.
What? I did the best I could.
So you're getting the whole thing, head to toe, green.
We can try, but it's cold outside. I'm wearing layers, and y'all ain't messing up my clothes.
You should have got arrested.
What's up,
Should have
Tom?
got arrested.
All right, congratulations, Rebecca.
Yes.
Thank you. Honestly, before we went, they all pointed at me and they said, "You're going to lose this, obviously." And I took that personally.
So when are we applying said paint?
Right now.
Right now.
Right now. I think the winners should be able to apply the paint onto Amber. So we'll let the rest of the youth group make sure she looks purty and green for the rest of St. Patty's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day,
Oh, it's not
Amber.
just St. Patty's Day.
Oh,
it's the whole week.
The whole week. Happy St. Patrick's Week.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The Bert Show.